For the members of Maccabi Haifa, basketball goes on as they spend the holidays in the Holy Land. Christians and Jews come together for the chance to experience this special time of year where it all began. As visitors, the American players are finding their way, playing their craft in unfamiliar surroundings throughout the season. But while many are faced with the additional challenge of spending the holidays away from their families, it's an opportunity to come together with teammates and share in the traditions of this sacred land.
Inside Israeli basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
This holiday season will be different for Maccabi Haifa's American players. Unlike past holidays spent with family back at home, they are in for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Two players made a short trip from Haifa to the Sea of Galilee. After a 40-minute drive, they experienced a place where Jesus walked centuries ago.
So that's Jordan over there, that's Syria over there. This is Tiberias all in front of us, one of the nicest places in Israel.
And this is the Sea of what?
Galilee. This is the Sea of Galilee where Jesus walked on water. We're gonna go check out this nice church.
Man, look at those mountains.
So we're heading to the Church of the Multiplication right now. You know the story?
Nope, tell it to me.
Jesus fed a whole village worth of people with 5 pieces of bread, 2 fish.
Yeah, the disciples told him, like, look, dude, you got to send them away. 5,000 people, it's not gonna work.
I've always wanted to come check this out.
This is the rock where everything happened, basically.
So that's the original stone. That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy, right? I never thought you'd see something like that. You see the fish with the bread in the middle? I never thought I'd see nothing like that.
I mean, I never thought I would get to experience, something like this. Nobody I know has. Something, most people, wait their whole lives to do and stuff, and, I'm here doing it.
I got my sandals on, like Jesus, To the water. Buenas tardes. I'm touching the water. I don't care what that sign says.
Oh, no, me too.
When you come this close to not walking. Ooh.
Sorry, Coach, we cut our feet open and we can't play on Wednesday.
I'm floating. No, this is where he did the fish. The disciples got on the boat and it was a big storm. And this is where, when there was a storm, he basically floated on the water and went out. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. My whole life, my family, everybody. We talked about Jesus and the Bible, and this is something I put in my pocket forever. Never forget it.
Maccabi Haifa is off to a fantastic start to the season. After a tough loss to Maccabi Tel Aviv, they reeled off 4 straight wins on the way to a 6-3 record and currently hold 3rd place in the Israeli Super League. Considering the immense turnover on the roster this season, this is quite an impressive accomplishment. They recently added solid Israeli point guard Gal Mikkel to a roster that was already strong. Meckel comes to Haifa from Benetton Treviso in Italy's top division, but has a championship pedigree, having won a title with Gilboa in the 2009-2010 season. Dante Smith is tearing up the Israeli League. When we return, we'll get to know Smith as he adjusts to his new surroundings and challenges his teammates to a go-kart race.
How do you say Happy Hanukkah in Hebrew?
Chag Hanukkah Sameach.
Hanukkah HaSameach. Shana Tova.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Everything from
Chag Hanukkah
from
Sameach.
Maccabi Haifa to everyone in the United States.
It's the best way to travel in Tel Aviv.
It's easy, it's fast, it's clean. I like it. Green bikes for green city.
After a disappointing last season, Maccabi Haifa looked to revamp its roster, but it would need a star to lead them. Enter Dante Smith, the dynamic guard with plenty of international experience.
Very talented, he's a big guard.
A lot of skills, a team player.
If Dante comes ready, he can take over every game.
NBA player, in my opinion, for sure, a game changer. More of a playmaker than I expected.
Dante got the ability, I think, to score on anyone that he wants, but at the same time, he always look to the open guy. He's not forcing plays. And I think he's a very, very bad matchup for the opponents because he can guard almost anybody on the court.
The dish down low, look at that unselfish ball, but the rejection there by Smith.
The most talented guy, to me, my opinion, over here right now.
I'm just a playmaker, basically. That's my game from today until I'm done playing. Just come in and be a role model for the rest of the guys and just have fun.
The native of Lexington, Kentucky, played 2 seasons for Southeastern Illinois College and went on to become selected by the Atlanta Hawks in the 2004 NBA draft. After 2 seasons in the NBA, Smith went on to play professionally overseas for several years before joining Maccabi Haifa.
At the end of the day, I didn't play for the NBA anymore, so I had to follow my dream somehow, and I want to continue to play basketball, so I just made a decision to come overseas and play, even though I didn't know too much about overseas basketball or the overseas lifestyle, but it was just a jump that I wanted to make, and I'm here, I'm happy, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
I didn't realize how much Dante looks like Chris Tucker.
I've been hearing that since I was little. Like every country I go to, it doesn't matter what country, even the Chinese people, they couldn't even speak too much English, but they knew Chris Tucker, so I have no clue what that's about. I don't really act like him. I don't try to act like him anyway, but I guess because I laugh and I joke a lot, I guess, and sometimes my voice gets high.
Adjusting to his new team and its home country has been easy for Smith, having done so several times before. And thanks to his large sneaker collection that he takes with him wherever he goes, he's always in style.
See my shoes? Got some Kevin Durant for you. I got all the major superstars. Shout out to Josh Smith, you know what I'm saying? He's my brother. And I I got some LeBrons too, if y'all like LeBron. Anybody like LeBron? Maybe if you like Kobe, you got some Kobe's, Gotta go with Mike. The greatest of all time. I don't want to see none of y'all wearing none of my shoes either. Don't try to go and copy my shoes. Try to steal my swag.
Shortly after arriving in Haifa, Dante Smith and Paul Stahl discovered a go-kart track on the way to their apartment from Ramema Arena. These are competition junkies, and they invited teammates Alex Chuprovic for a 3-way challenge. Alex had a problem.
Before the trio put the pedal to the metal, they took a much-needed practice run on the race simulators.
Of course, I'm gonna win. Gold medal over here. They racing for second. I used to be a NASCAR driver before basketball. Could've won NASCAR, man. I told y'all. Y'all got me going against amateurs out here. I'm a professional now.
I don't even know how to work this thing.
Me neither, but we out. You got second, you got third? Or you got second, you got third?
I'm first. You probably can't fit. Man, I'm crammed in here. Y'all ready? I'm out.
I'm gonna get him. Where's Alex at?
Man, that was too easy.
Where's Alex? Anybody know where Alex is?
Yeah.
I think my baby's gone. I don't know what happened to Alex. He just disappeared. He was on another track. He was playing over there with the little kids.
Basically what happened was, you had a professional me with a bunch of amateurs there. That's basically what happened. I mean, that's what you're gonna get every time.
You saw at the beginning, he took off. I was right there the whole time.
I waited for y'all. What more you want me to do? Y'all see me hitting corners.
I think I just do everything for these things, man. I need to do everything, like Formula One. It's for kids.
Of course I was first. Do it.
Wait, what did you say?
Let me see that.
What place did you say? Tell the camera. What place? Hold your finger up. One finger first. We're gonna be practicing every week, going at it. Full speed. The guy's gonna increase the speed for us, and then come back next time and we'll do it again.
Maccabi Haifa has jumped out to a blazing start this season. Coming up, we break down the roster by positions.
To all my friends and family and everyone back home, I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and the postcard's going to be in the mail soon.
Inside Israeli basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
The Super League season is now underway. Each year, Israeli teams compile rosters stocked with both Israeli and international players in preparation for a run at the championship. There are many surprises as well as disappointments, and this season is no different.
After beginning the off-season with a plan to rebuild, Maccabi Haifa has gotten off to a great start in the Super League. The first step was signing their coach, and then it was on to their star, Donta Smith.
Very talented player, has a great feel for the game, a high skill level, can score inside off of post-ups, can drive the ball. Really a good passer. A very, very unusual thing for a guy that talented in that he thinks pass before he thinks shot. He can create for others and loves to do it.
I have an NBA stamp on me, so they're coming in and expecting. That's what people expected me anyway. You know, there's an NBA guy, or he's going to do this and that. So I just embrace it. I don't expect anything less.
If there's somebody else better than him on the court when he's on, that's a heck of a player.
One of the most important positions, the leader on the court, is point guard. In Paul Stahl, Coach Brad Greenberg found his man.
Our primary ball handler is Paul Stahl, who's a very quick penetrator with great range. Two things that a little guy has to have, and Paul has them. We need Paul to give us a lot. He's got to play a lot of minutes. He's got to score for us. He's got to also distribute the ball, and he's got to be able to disrupt on defense.
The recent addition of Gal Mickel also gives the Greens solid depth at the position. Pat Kalathis has been one of the most important additions so far. The versatile swingman came over from the Greek League to give Maccabi Haifa an extra dimension on the floor.
He has me playing four. You know, we run a bunch of stuff. You know, 4 guards out, and you know, as a swingman and a trailer and stuff, it's a little bit new. But you know, so far I think you know, I'm doing pretty well at it.
Pat's a unique player. He's 6'10". He has 3-point range. He can handle the ball. As consistent a player as we've had, he's been probably a double-figure scorer every game we've played.
The team needed to add strong front court players to complement its guard play. Ito Kojikaro returned to the team he played for 3 seasons ago.
Ito is a proven veteran. He's a man, you know. I don't know much Yiddish, but he's a mensch. You know, Ito carries himself like a pro. He helps his teammates. He understands how to screen, and you know, he knows the international game so well. You know, the spacing and screening and rolling.
Rounding out the starting lineup is American power forward James Thomas.
He has one skill at a very high level for sure, that's rebounding.
And I'm a rebounder. I'm a rebounder and defender, so I think that first. Everything else is a bonus.
You know, if you look at James career-wise, he's been a rebound every 3 minutes player for his entire career, which is a high-level rebounder. And we're going to play with both Ito and James on the court a fair amount. That's given us 2 physical guys inside that not many teams can match up with.
Coach wants us to set good screens, roll, make the open jumper, 15-footer, you know, stay within our realm.
The team shows it's one big family, as American Jew Brian Cohen spends time with his Israeli teammates for a Hanukkah dinner.
My first time spend the holidays and everything in Israel.
This is the best place to be on earth, especially during the holiday season, because this is where everything started. I mean, everybody's religious backgrounds is here.
And learning about it and from teachers, you know, it's just completely different from learning about it in person.
It's just going to be a really good experience. I wouldn't really want to be anywhere else in the world right now.
Inside Israeli basketball is brought to you by Israel. Seeing is believing.
As the holidays roll around, the team comes together to discuss what's going on in the world around them, hoping for peace on earth this season.
45 minutes to an hour away, you know, sirens going off, you know, that's too close for comfort.
I mean, it is a scary situation, and it is frightening, especially for me being American.
Overall, you know, the Israeli life and the lifestyle of the people is very peaceful.
Honestly, it seems like they're over-exaggerating the stakes. You know, walking around Haifa, I feel as if I'm the safest person ever, like nothing's going on, and, you know, we are on the opposite side of the border of the activities, but and my daily routine hasn't changed at all, and I feel, you know, very safer.
It's something, unfortunately, that goes on in this country and will probably continue to go on until there will be complete peace.
Politics aside, the players found common ground with other civilians involved in this conflict.
Israelis are like everybody else. They want a peaceful, productive life. They want to grow their businesses and their families and do the things that all of us want to do. But Israelis are very passionate about their country, about their sports teams, about their politics. As an American Jew, it's exciting to get captured in this Jewish passion that's very specially Israeli. I feel Israel ignites it, Israel brings it out. When I'm here, I'm Israeli. I want to be Israeli when I'm here.
Lior Segev, an up-and-coming point guard in the Super League and a native of Haifa, extended an invitation to Ido and an American teammate for one of his country's traditional holidays. It's one of the more powerful aspects of Israelis basketball. They may not get to go home, but they will never forget their time spent in the place where the holidays began.
Happy Hanukkah, Chag Hanukkah Sameach, Buza.
Alex, pass me the menorah.
This is the menorah. You see, this is the western wall behind. Western wall, because the Jewish people used to talk to the wall because nobody else listening to us.
Say the blessings now.
Yes.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. אמן. Yeah, extraordinary, man. Okay, yeah.
You know why we light the candle?
No.
So the Romans was ruling the Holy Land, Alex, and you know there was ruling really tough the Jewish community. They decided to make a big rebel, the Maccabis. That's why we call Maccabi Haifa. But then they had a miracle. They used to light the big menorah in the Holy Temple with the olive oil. And they have only one piece of can of olive oil. And they were sure that in one day it's going to be finished, but it was a miracle and it lasts for 8 days. That's why we light the candle for 8 days.
That's the Hanukkah miracle.
That's the Hanukkah miracle. Since then, no oil in the Holy Land. No olive oil, no regular oil, no oil.
Never experienced an Israeli Hanukkah dinner before, and it was very nice of them to take me in and, experience the Israeli Hanukkah.
So basically that's your first official Hanukkah.
First official.
By the book.
Yes.
By the book.
Well, I know how it feels. I spent a little time in the States too. I was away from my family, so I guess they are like 10,000 miles away from their home. So basically, I'm trying to make them feel like we are one big family here.
Alex, how do you celebrate Hanukkah in Siberia?
I don't think you can light any candles in Siberia.
They're cold. You light the house.
It's definitely tough, you get a little homesick, but hanging out with these guys, they make you feel at home.
Put on your yarmulke, celebrate Hanukkah.
To everyone back in the States, Happy Hanukkah. Man.
That's it for this edition of Inside Israeli Basketball. Remember to catch Super League highlights each week on the web at triangleinternet.tv. Thanks for joining us.